We just wanted to thank Supervisor Delgado and the Rotterdam Town Board for giving us the opportunity to present here. My name is Angela Vincent.
And my name is Nicholas DiCristofaro. We're a part of the Syracuse University Project Advanced class at Shelmont High School. And now I'd like to introduce Haley Evenden to present to you with an overview of our survey.
Our survey was an assessment of the opinions of Rotterdam Town residents' view on the establishment of a new taxing district for emergency medical services for the town of Rotterdam. I would now like to introduce Lori Caldera and Corinne Seachek, and they're going to present the survey design.
This survey was created by the students of Syracuse University Public Affairs 101 class at Shelmont High School. Its intent was to gather data for the Rotterdam Town Board by the fairest and most accurate means possible. The town will use this report to ascertain property owners' attitudes about the establishment of a taxing district so that they can determine how it will impact the vote at the public referendum on December 14, 2010.
This is a copy of the survey that we handed out. The first section, the community member profile, asks about factual information that we use in order to compare target population with our sample population. We asked about their sex, age, income, and zip code. The second section addresses the residents' opinions. We asked if they own property or business in Rotterdam and how many, if they were actually aware of the referendum taking place, how many times they have used an ambulance service in the past 5 years, if they have health insurance, if they would be in favor of the new taxing district, and if they answered no, we asked for their reasons. Now I'd like to introduce Zach Scocchio and Brendan Boniface to speak about the sampling methods.
The survey was administered using non-random face-to-face cluster sampling. We chose this method so everyone had an equal chance of getting polled. Our target group was all the residents in the town of Rotterdam who are 18 years or older. It's approximately 21,774 people. We surveyed all legal voters, although it should be noted that only property owners can vote in the referendum. Our surveys were administered in various Rotterdam town election locations, such as Mahadison High School, Our Lady Queen of Peace Church, Pattersonville Volunteer Fire Department, Rotterdam Junction Fire District, Rotterdam Senior Center, Rotterdam Town Hall, Rotterdam Volunteer Fire Department District 2, Shelmont High School, Shawnee Fire Department, South Schenectady Fire Department, and St. Gabriel's Church. According to the Schenectady County Board of Elections, these are all of Rotterdam's polling places.
The surveys were completed on November 2nd, 2010, which was election day, from 2:15 p.m. to 9 p.m. We chose this time because we were dismissed from school at 2:15, and the polls closed at 9. I would like to now introduce Kevin Disland and Missy Foley to discuss the following data.
The variables chosen for the survey were based on demographic information provided by the 2000 U.S. Census data. The percentages of the variables represented in our survey sample match those of the variables in our target population, supporting the accuracy of our survey. The confidence interval is plus or minus 5% based on the sample size chosen.
Some bias did appear within our variables. Citizens ages 45 to 54 were overrepresented by 4%, and the income from $15,000 to $24,999 was underrepresented by 1%. Neither of these variables were large enough to have an impact on our results. I would now like to introduce Bridget Frank or Andrew Tech to talk about findings.
What we did for the survey is we took some of the major questions that we asked people and we put them in graphs so it's easier to see. The first question was, are you in favor of a new ambulance taxing district? And 58% of people said that they were not in favor of it. The next question was, why are you not in favor of the tax district? And the two main reasons we got was because they had already had health insurance or because of the taxing increase, and that was the largest, was 74%. Some people who took the survey picked more than one of these. The third question was, are you aware of the referendum? And 55% of people were not aware until they took the survey, and they had no idea what was going on.
Our next question is, how many ambulance calls had the respondents made in the past 5 years? 64% said they had made none, 24% said they had made 1 to 2, 4% said 3 to 4, and only 3% said 5 or more. The next question was, do you have health insurance? And 91% said yes, and 6% said no. And our last question, are you a business owner in the town of Rotterdam? 9% said yes, and 91% said no. Now I'm going to give it back to Angela and Michelle to wrap us up.
We'd like to thank Supervisor Delgado and the town board again for giving us the opportunity to conduct and complete this survey.
We'd also like to thank the citizens of Rotterdam for your valuable input and support, without which our project would not have come to completion.
Thank you. Are there any questions?